yourself down on that little bench seat. You can hold on to like right here. There you go. And then whenever you're ready.
Sharks. They are the stuff of many people's nightmares. The ultimate apex predator. In a vast ocean, almost invisible, and then suddenly, a creature, maybe twice the size of a man, appears out of nowhere. Ultimate speed and agility, and a razor-sharp mouth full of teeth. But yet sharks are a vital part of their ecosystem, and one of the most ancient and beautiful creatures to inhabit the earth. Since the age of dinosaurs, they have ruled the ocean. Make my way down at the break of dawn to sunny Jupiter, Florida, to meet up with Shark Safari Jupiter, to go on a dive with sharks. As I drive down, my heart is full of excitement, anticipation, anxiety, and maybe even a little fear. But most of all, I realize this is a lifelong dream that I'm finally getting to fulfill. By the docks we see a school of snook. Snook are a prized game fish known for giving a great fight and reaching lengths of 4.5 feet. They're also considered a delicacy. But they are protected by the Florida Game and Wildlife Commission, and they have very strict rules about which ones you can keep. They are an iconic fish, and 3 U.S. submarines have been named after them. Snook breed and make their nurseries in brackish water in the coastal waterways. When they reach maturity, they return to the ocean where they live out their adult life. An ambush predator, snook have no teeth, but they gulp their prey down in one big mouthful. Before I meet up with the Shark Safari crew, I take a quick dive in the shallows. See a school of fish here. See what else we can find. Well, look at this. We find a 9-armed sea star. These creatures move around with small orange feet on their bottom that help them push food towards their mouth at the center. We just swam past a fragment of a sea turtle shell. The water here is rich in plant life. Here we see some rather large queen conchs. Conchs are a type of sea snail with a prominent ridge on their shell. Conch shells are extremely strong and have been used as musical instruments around the world. There's some small fish, including baby sergeant majors with the yellow and black stripes. Alright, that's enough playing around in the shallows. It's time to meet up with the crew at Shark Safari and see what's in the great blue beyond.
What's up, guys? My name's Jake. I work on Shark Safari. I've been diving with sharks for 8 years now, working with them for 4. Very rewarding. Out here we see bull sharks, our predominant species, silkies, dusties, sandbars. We had Caribbean reef sharks here today. We get scalloped hammerheads. Florida has 4 different species of hammerheads. We have bonnet heads, scalloped hammerheads, smooth hammerheads, and the great hammerhead. We also get tiger sharks, lemon sharks. So we are in a very unique place in the world right here. The Gulf Stream kind of comes up and hugs this area. It's only about 3 to 5 miles offshore, so it acts like a giant superhighway. So you literally never know when you can see the water any given day.
I get in the boat right next to a bucket full of bonita fish, a type of tuna that will be used as bait to attract the sharks. The most common shark we are expected to see is a bull shark. Considered an aggressive type of shark, they have the most testosterone of any creature on Earth. Bull sharks can reach a size of about 9 feet, so it will be about 3 feet longer than my full height. We embark from the harbor out through the Jupiter Inlet and past the beautiful city. We head out past the inlet towards the ocean. Just about half an hour, I will be in the water with the bull sharks, and who knows what else we might see.
I would go right here against the cowling. Put your hand, brace yourself, and then you can lift yourself down on that little bench seat. You can hold on to like right here. There you go. And then whenever you're ready.
Here I am in 150 feet of water with massive bull sharks. They look to be 8 to 9 feet long, which is maximum size. You can tell that these are females because they don't have claspers on their pectoral fins. This is amazing. Here from my chest cam you can see the other divers. You notice the fish swimming. These are blue runners. Blue runners are related to jackfish. Now here we see, coming into the frame, a lemon shark. Swims right under our feet and then swings back around twice to pass right next to me. I could literally touch it with my hand. Lemon sharks are viviparous, which means they give birth to live young. one of the few fish on planet Earth that do this. The way that sharks approach things with their nose and face remind me of dogs, and their behavior is similar. Ironically, scientists call their young pups. The water's getting rough and it seems like there might be a storm coming. We're told that we have to get back into the boat. Now I have to let go of the rope and try and find my way back to the boat. So now I've let go of the rope. I'm out in the open ocean. I know there's at least 4 huge bull sharks behind me. I have to swim to the boat and get up the ladder without making too much of a commotion to attract the sharks.
I'm a safety diver on Shark Safari. Today we just finished a really gnarly dive. We had 3 bull sharks, a couple of Caribbean reef sharks coming in and out. The current was strong, so it's hard for them to keep up, but we did have a good time.
Since the trip was cut short by the weather, the crew at Shark Safari Jupiter was kind enough to invite me down for a second dive the following week, free of charge. While I wait for my chance to get back in with the sharks, I take a dive of my own, snorkeling in Hutchinson Island. First I go on the riverside, see a small school of fish here. Now, in the shallows here, there's a surprising encounter. Right here, a baby barracuda, maybe only about 6 inches long. So many larger ocean fish use the Indian River as nurseries. You can find almost anything. Barracuda, snook, sharks, rays, and tropical fish all start their life here in the safety of the brackish waters. They use the roots of the mangroves as a protective area where larger predators cannot get in to prey upon them. Here's an example. We see a colony of checkered pufferfish. Look at their distinctive yellow eyes. These fish puff up with air when threatened. If you look behind the mangroves, you could see 4 or 5 more of them. There's about 7 or 8 in total, all hanging out in the shallows with the protection of the mangrove roots. Not only do the mangroves offer protection, but as you see, there's oysters and shellfish clinging to the bottoms of the roots. This is a great food source for pufferfish who use their hard teeth to break open the shells and feed. They have 4 teeth in the front of their mouth that create a beak. Swimming the perimeter of the mangroves, seeing if there's any more interesting discoveries we might come across. And it looks like we're in luck. Here suddenly, you see another barracuda right there. This is a larger one, about 2 or 3 feet long. Must be a mother. Barracuda are so quick and agile and very good at evasive maneuver. Gets to the other side of the roots where I can't get to it. It's remarkable, the diversity of life. You see these sponges growing everywhere, shellfish, plant life, every kind of fish you could imagine. This environment is thriving. Everywhere I look, I'm surrounded by silver porgies and gruntfish. Gruntfish are named after the distinctive noises they make. The silver porgies are the ones with the black spots on their tail. Now I'm going to come to the surface so you can see the area I'm swimming in. Lush vegetation of the mangrove trees. The fish here are super curious and come out of the wood to check me out. Now, almost invisible, I see another juvenile barracuda as it darts away. It's time to head back towards the docks. I want to give the other side of the island a shot, on the ocean side by the reef. We have a lucky find on our way back. Here is a baby barracuda. In the sun you can see its markings. This thing is less than a foot long, but swims freely in the open water. Alright, it's time to get out of the Indian River and head to the Atlantic Ocean, to the worm reef, and try our luck there. Okay, so here we are on the Atlantic side in the worm reef. This reef was made entirely by sabalarid worms. Now we come across a school of fish, the distinctive pork fish, the orange, white, and black one, named after the sound it makes that sounds like a pig. Look at this, a spectacular sight. The gray angelfish, a beautiful tropical fish. They are ray-finned fish, and a unique thing about them is they eat sponges. And this reef is covered in orange boring sponge, a perfect habitat for the angelfish. You can see all around the sponge bores into the worm reef, creates a distinctive coloring of the entire landscape. And here are distinctive colored fish, blue and yellow. If you can identify that small fish, please leave a comment below. Now the morning has arrived, my big day back in Jupiter to go diving with the sharks again. We head out on the boat, back out to deeper waters. This time we reach depths of 185 feet. first minute in the water, a curious and very large bull shark approaches me. Now another. Suddenly I realize there's about 7 or 8 sharks surrounding me. The water seemed completely empty and blue, and suddenly they just appear out of nowhere. Large predators, completely camouflaged to their environment. Bull sharks are considered the most likely to attack humans. They have high testosterone levels, and they also hunt in shallow, murky waters and among the surf with bad visibility, often mistaking humans as their prey. They also have the ability to swim upriver and have been seen as far north as Indiana in the Mississippi River. They are one of the few sharks that could swim in brackish and fresh water. Here you see me with the other crew of divers. We're here holding onto this rope attached to the boat while the sharks congregate around the bait and come up to check us out with their curious nature. You can see the blue runners around them waiting for tidbits of bait, and the remoras that hang off of them and clean the sharks and have a symbiotic relationship with many sharks. Here you see the sharks' playful nature. They do enjoy touch and have social interaction. They're mostly solitary hunters, but sometimes hunt in pairs. Sharks in groups are called schools, just like other fish, or sometimes shoals. To see them all out here, moving around with such agility and grace and beauty, is one of the greatest honors of my life. You can see the one bull shark has a distinctive circular scar on its back, possibly from a lamprey or a cookie cutter shark. Watch as this shark appears like a torpedo and then suddenly whirls around like a snake, showing its agility and flexibility. It can move through the water any which way it chooses. It is the perfect hunting and swimming machine. Bull sharks in Africa are known as Zambezi sharks because they swim straight up the Zambezi River. As mentioned before, bull sharks are one of the few sharks that can swim in rivers, estuaries, brackish water, and even fresh water. See how close they come to the divers here. They're very curious, but they're more interested in the bait than they are in the humans. As far as food, they just want to see what we're all about. And the way that they discover things is with their face, their mouth, their nose. All their sensory is up front. That being said, sharks have a acute sense of hearing. They're particularly sensitive to low frequencies and are attracted to the sounds of wounded prey, which they can hear from up to 800 feet away. Bull sharks are one of the most common sharks found worldwide in warm waters, and a shark of many names. Like I said, the Zambezi shark in Africa. In Central America, they're known as the Lake Nicaragua shark. Bull sharks are a type of requiem shark, a family that includes tiger shark, lemon shark, spinner shark, black nose, black tip, white tip, reef sharks, silkies, duskies, and a few others. You can see here they get excited and have a playful nature. They're swimming all around us, but they're of little threat as they have the bait fish that they prefer. They also see us as a large group of predators. We are large primates in the water, an alien creature to their environment. So they're curious, but they're also very cautious. They come close to us, but in a split second they could dart away if any danger was presented to them. People are often very afraid of sharks, but sharks account for 50 to 70 attacks per year, while humans actually kill over 100 million sharks per year. That's over 11,000 sharks per hour, or 2 or 3 sharks per second that are killed by humans. So we ask ourselves, who is really at danger? Who is at risk? Obviously, sharks are a formidable predator, one of the greatest on Earth, and their threat as a danger should be taken seriously. However, we should also realize they are one of the most precious creatures on Earth, a remnant from before the time of dinosaurs that have survived ages before humans even existed. I believe we should do our best to make sure that our children's children can still witness these amazing creatures. And there you have it, a lifelong dream come true for me. As we head back to the shore, I reflect on this entire journey and what led me here. And I have to thank my beautiful wife Ivy for giving me this gift as a birthday present to go swimming with these sharks, an experience I never could have done on my own. And I would really like to thank once again the entire crew from Shark Safari Jupiter, particularly Jake Millman, who dove down deep and provided the extra footage, professional footage of the sharks, which was spectacular and amazing. I highly recommend you try it out. It is one of the greatest experiences you will ever have in your life, completely life-changing. Check out the website right here and listed below in the description if you want to give it a shot. Sharks are one of the most intimidating animals to come face to face with in the wild. They are the stuff of nightmares, completely dominant of human beings without the aid of our technology. They are masters of an environment which we find foreign and encumbering, the water, and they can appear out of nowhere, but they are complex creatures with deep emotional connections to each other, and they are a vital part of the ecosystem of the oceans around the world. Being face to face with them, feel their presence, feel their consciousness, and their awareness of their environment. They are the alpha creature of all fish on the planet, the largest of all fish, the most dominant predator of all fish on the planet. They are feared by all species who roam the seas, but the more important thing is to respect them and their place on this earth. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for next time when we go on a hunt for ancient reptiles.